cut one off and leave one growing in the pot because that takes up the root space. So we may save these small ones and plant them later. Okay, so we just push up from the bottom, catch like that. See, it's already too long in the pot. Just scratch it a little bit, squeeze it, and straight in. Then pull the compost from both sides. And just leave it slightly lower so it catches more water. Just slightly lower than the surface here. So when it rains, it stays in the trench. And this one, where it has two in it, tip it out and just very gently separate along the natural lines of the roots, like that. That's borderline size. We'll plant that anyway. There's enough root there, just enough root to catch. About 12 inches, 14 inches apart. Firm a bit, not too direct on the shoulders, because then you push, you're breaking the roots off at the top of the stalk, you know, just firm. So here we have a double row of kale, and we just transplanted alternately, zigzag, zigzag, about 14 inches apart. So that when the crown of the leaves comes up, then this one goes in between these two and vice versa. And then we just covered it with a row cover with plenty of loose room for it to flop in the wind, and let the leaves grow up. When it billows out in the wind, it gives plenty of room for the leaves to grow. And just weight it down with these bricks for now until we find some pipes or something. The reason for the row cover is to keep the butterfly moth off of the kale, because they lay their eggs and that develops into a caterpillar which chews away on the leaves. The other part of that is that kale is just eaten voraciously by flea beetles, tiny little beetles, and they leap, they jump, they can spring, but even if they get in here, it's very hard for them to navigate because they can't jump. They hit the inside of this. So usually you don't find many in there. And this is only for until the plants are maybe 12, 16 inches high. Then it comes off, and by then they're so healthy and grown that they can take an invasion by flea beetles or moth. So the spacing between a double kale row and another double kale row should be about 4 feet, because when the kale grows up, it leafs out into a wide plant on both sides. So you have to have enough room to get by with the tiller if that's what you're doing for cultivation. Otherwise you would keep them tighter.